Okay. Now our next topic is the small business relief. We already discussed in the previous session also somehow the small business relief, and today again we're gonna cover in much bigger detail with some examples, same like the real estate that we covered. So this is also the same like the real estate. We will let's see overview, condition, revenue calculation, and summary. Small business relief in the context of real estate. Eligible person can elect to be treated as a having a not having a taxable income during the relief period. No obligation to calculate the taxable income. Here the word is used eligible person can elect to be treated as not having a taxable income. Who's are the eligible person? We will learn that who will be eligible person. But would you please let me know? We discussed many times the small business relief condition. So who's eligible person? Quickly, guys. Who is eligible person for the small business relief? Natural person, resident, juridical person, natural person, resident, and the juridical person, resident to them is available. Let's see, we will learn in the no obligation to calculate taxable income, simplified tax return, record keeping requirement is there. Not required to pay city in tax in respect of the period in which when the relief is applies. Okay. If you apply, if you meet the condition, if you are eligible person, then you will not pay the corporate tax. Where there is no specific exemption and the person is subject to corporate tax in respect of real estate activity. Where there is no specific exemption and the person is subject to corporate tax in respect of real estate activity, subject to condition, small business relief may be available. Okay. It's in if even the real estate exemption person, because natural person can avail the small business relief also, juridical person also, and the natural person also. First, the threshold relief is available 1 million. The natural person can take the benefit and he do not require to register. But if he exceed it, then he can avail the small business relief up to 31st December 2026. Election for relief can be made at the time of filing the tax return. During the return filing, you can make the election. Let's see the next. Who can elect? Natural person and juridical person. Both of them is available. Condition for election made for the each tax period. Again, the word is the each tax period, which means every year you have to make revenue equal to or less than 3 million in a current and all previous, all see the word is current and all previous tax period. Here is the technical point, and let me know you understand and what is your understanding. Election made for the each tax period. Every year they have to make equal revenue equal to or less than 3 million in a current and all previous tax period. Let's say in 2024, if your revenue is less than 3 million, but in 2023, your revenue is 10 million. Your first tax period is a 2024 Jan to December, and your revenue is a 2.8 million. But in 2023, your revenue is 10 million. So now they can take the small business relief or no? They can take the small business relief or no? Quickly. I appreciate if all the participants will reply now. I appreciate if all the participants will reply now. Still some participant is pending. This is, see, the point I'm highlighting and emphasizing, I know the answer is coming. Because we are in the market, we know what will be the people understanding. And they will take the advantage, they will might not take the advantage as a common layman. And even this being a professional, we are being a professional, we also having some challenges, we might skip something. Guys, still some people are not responded yet. I appreciate if the person who have not responded yet, please confirm on that. Okay. Let me write here for you guys. The question I asked, 2023. I'll start from 2022. Because 2023 will be confusing for most of the people, but I'm gonna write here in this way. Let's say here is a 10 million. Here is a 15 million. This is the very technical point I'm trying to explain you guys. This is the first tax period, because this is Jan to December. This is your first tax period. Keep in mind, this is your first tax period. Here is 2.9 million. Most of the people said he cannot take the small business relief. But I'm saying he can take the SBR. He is eligible to claim the SBR because SBR is the optional, but you are eligible to SBR. How? I highlighted the word tax period. This was the tax period. 23, it was the tax period. 23 before tax. This is the before tax. But the law is saying the tax period. This is the before tax. So we are not calculating the before tax. We are not evaluating the before tax. This is the irrelevant for us. This is irrelevant for us. He is saying current at the point current and all previous tax period. Right? So this is your first tax period. So here you cannot look here. You cannot look here. You can start this from this onward. If here the 2.8, you're good to go. Available for the tax period beginning. So this was the next beginning on or after 1st June and ending on 31st December. So this is the final tax period. Whoever have the final tax period like this, he can avail the benefit. If the have Jan to December, so he can avail the 3 years full. 24, 25, and 26. If your tax period is Jan to December. Then you can take 3 years, because he said this is the final tax period, regardless, whoever the tax period is ending up to here, this is the date is mentioned. But if you have different tax period, let's say instead of you have, we can say June to July or July to June, June to May. So then the first tax period will be from May, from June to May, right? So here the first is coming 24. Next May is coming 25, right? Then 26, May 26. So here also you can take the 3 years. But if you have from the March to April, again you will calculate the different scenario. If any period is coming Jan 2027, if any period falling in even the January 2027 or the March, April, whatever, so he cannot take the benefit of that year. This is the deadline. This is the deadline. So it cannot exceed. If your year ending is beyond this date, you cannot avail this benefit. Hope guys you understand this. It will be every year you have to opt, every year you have to check. But here the tax planning point of view, if you have the losses, let's say if you have the loss in 2024, if you have the loss in 2024, and if you have the profit, there is another point. Even I'm saying even the city law is saying you are eligible for the SBR, but it's not always to take the SBR is in our favor. So this is the tax planning point where we have to take the relief and where we do not have to take the relief. If we know the full picture, then we can evaluate, then we can give the better advice, then we can support the company or the role that we are working. How? If you have the loss in 2024, it is good to make the SBR. It's good to make the SBR. Because if we made the SBR, so then these losses we cannot carry forward. These losses we cannot carry forward. Because SBR, simplified return, no loss will be recorded. It's good if you have the losses, even so you have to calculate, okay, if I'm making the losses and this loss I can adjust in the future taxable income, so do not opt here the SBR. Do not opt SBR over here. If here is the profit, okay, then you can make the SBR. Again, subject to the calculation and understanding, and revenue is less than 1 million, you can opt for the SBR. Okay. And in 2026, again is the profit, you can opt for the SBR. What is the condition? Less than 3 million over here and over here also. I'll give you the versus another scenario. If 24 is a profit, 25 is a loss, 26, I have the limitation to writing with the mouse, but I'm trying as much as possible. Here's again the profit, but I believe it's understanding purposes. Now let me know what will be the our understanding. We will claim SPR over here or no? In 24 is a profit. Shall we claim the SPR or no? If we claim the SPR, so here we can claim the SPR if subject to all the condition are meeting and if it's a beneficial for us, so we are saying take the SPR, right? Here the loss, we are saying don't make the SPR, but here again the 26 again profit, you can again take the SPR. This is the another point that I'm saying the jump. You jump from here to here. As long as your revenue is less than 3 million, yes, you can opt. This is the optional. In 24, you taken the SBR. In 25, you not open the SBR. In 26, again, you opt for the SBR. Guys, this is the very technical point and critical point where most of the professional who's giving the consulting and advisory also, they are also not clear on that. In the market, the many people are not clear on that. They are just simple understanding that initially you guys given the same understanding that is not the appropriate. So this is the complete understanding. So hope this topic is understandable and valuable for you. Here, Zubaira Ijaz, you said can claim. What that can claim means? I don't understand what the mean of can claim. I already given in 24, you can take the SPR. Here, you losses, you did not make the SPR. So this losses can be carried forward. And this here, you again the profit, you opt for the SPR. So this losses can be claimed against 27, 28, whatever the carry forward. So yes, these losses are available. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Even you're jumping as long as less than 3 million, we can claim the SPR. Small business relief can be claimed, but what are the other conditions? Focus on that also. Revenue is equal to less than 3 million in current and previous years. And if it's less than 3 million, and you may opt or may not opt. This is not mandatory. Okay. Who cannot take the SPR? Who cannot elect member of multinational group with a consolidated revenue of more than 3.1 billion dirham. Now here the person who artificially, many people in the market they're saying let's split our company into 2 or 3 units. Now you are doing the same business, but you made 3 trade lessons due to avoidance of the taxation, or like you want to take the SBR. So this is the artificial separation. Okay. Their business into more than one entity, leading to the revenue of each entity below the threshold of the small business. So this is fall under the GAR rule. Tax anti-avoidance or tax wherever the tax authorities are able to catch the activity is done the artificially, or the purpose of doing that activity or the arrangement you did to avoid the taxation, so they can charge the tax and the penalty on that as per the GAR rules. Okay. Now the next revenue calculation. This is the another part. Accounting standard for the revenue calculation. Which are the accounting standard applicable on the SBR? Which accounting standard is applicable on SBR? Okay, so now let's see accounting standard for revenue calculation, applicable accounting standard IFRS or IFRS for SME. Here we can say the full IFRS and the IFRS for SME. So let's see a person driving revenue less than 3 million can opt the cash basis accounting as well. You know, the cash basis, maybe accrual basis, you are exceeding the 3 million, like your revenue is a 3.1 million. But if on accrual, or under cash basis, maybe you are less than 3 million or 3 million, you can opt for the SBR. Business may use either accrual, this is the optional, or the cash basis. This is your choice. In first return, you can choose this. To calculate the revenue for determining the eligibility to elect for the small business relief. Transfer pricing documentation not required. Revenue should be determined based on the arm length. Transfer pricing not applicable, but the revenue should be determined on the arm length. Now let's see the next revenue include what is while doing the calculation of the revenue, which one will be included? Sale of goods or services by the business, sale of goods or services by business. This is normal routine activity that each business is doing. Second, sale of business asset, plant and machinery are part of it, the business or sale of scrap. What we said, revenue include, all will be included. Any exempt income such as a dividend, market value of a non-cash receipt, good received in terms of the barter transaction, all will be included. Now, revenue does not include VAT charged by the business, registered for the business. So the VAT will not be part of the calculation of the 3 million calculation, because VAT you collected and paid to the government. Loan and advances that you receive, that will not be part of the calculation because this is not your revenue. Hope this point is also clear. Example, calculation of revenue. Company A is a UAE resident person conducting real estate activity, real estate brokerage activity. During is the most recent tax period, Company A had brokerage revenue of 82.5 million and dividend is a 300 from the UE company and operating expenses is a 2 million. So now guys, tell me, this is the SBR or no SBR? Guys, please. See, one of the participants is saying why the sale of asset. See, the sale of asset, see, asset belongs to the business. This is not in personal capacity. So whatever belongs to the business, that will be part of calculation. That will be part of calculation. Personal income will not be part of the calculation. Even the scrap sale, if you bring some item and the packing material that you sold, this is also part of the business income, right? So this is the sale of scrap that also will be part of the calculation of the revenue. Okay, let's see the brokerage 2. I'm gonna just write over here. Then we have the dividend, the local, here we said exempt income. Okay, exempt income such as a dividend will be plus. Even it is exempt, local dividend always exempt, even it is exempt, it will be part of the calculation. So this will be 2.8 million. And the operating expenses is a 2 million. 800 is a profit. So it's less than 3 million, less than 3 million. Revenue 2.8 million, cost is the 2 million, profit is this. Since the revenue is below the threshold of 3 million, company will be eligible to elect small business relief. Note the cost and the profit are not relevant for the here the cost. What is the our calculation to claim take the SBR relief? Revenue threshold, revenue. Other factors are not our part of concern. Right? Whether company A is eligible for small business relief or not. This is the our purpose. Any point, anything that you not understand over here? Any question? Natural person, both resident, non-resident in UAE, doing business or business activity in UAE through trade lessons or required trade lessons. Here, the relief for the individual cabinet decision 49. Doing business or business activity in UAE through a trade lessons or required trade lessons. We are just summarizing this point. Yes, is doing the trade lessons through trade lessons. Gross revenue is more than 1 million Gregorian calendar year. Here will be, I think, the gross revenue is less than 1 million. No, here the yes, gross million.
भाई आपने अभी बेनिफिशियरी भी नहीं ऐड किया हो
Please participate in be.
आज भी ऐड करेंगे तो टाइम लगेगा
Please mute your mic. Okay. Revenue is more than 1 million or less than 1 million. Yes. Taxable person for UAE city are required to register for the city and pay city SB are available if revenue is less than 3 million. If no, not required to city registration. This is the point we already understand in detail. So now your understanding is clear how to test, natural person, both resident and non-resident. Here you have to see that doing the business or business activity through a trade lessons or required trade lessons. If it's a yes, then you have to see whether revenue is more than 1 million or less than 1 million. If it's less than 1 million, so SBR is available. If more than 1 million, SBR is available. If less than 1 million, not required for city registration. Again, here the natural person. Important part is the natural person because the juridical person definition will be differ. Treatment will be differ. Keep in mind, we are discussing the natural person. No, gross revenue, if here he said he's doing business through the trade lessons, via trade lessons. Right? Yes, no, more than 1 million, less than 1 million, doesn't matter. Everything will be out of scope. Now here, through a trade license, but here what is the difference? Separate legal entity, juridical person. right? Here, natural person. But difference is trade lessons. He have the trade lessons or he do not have the trade lessons. If he have the trade lessons, these are the consequences. If you don't have, this is the benefits. Now here, doing activity through the juridical entity. Yes, required to register for the city. If no, revenue going to under a year via trade lessons. Okay. If it's not doing so, again, it will be more likely is the same. It will be under. If he's not doing business through separate legal entity, it will come to over here. Now we have to see naturally again he have the trade license or no. If no, so then he will be not required to register for the city. Not a business or business activity. This is the another part, wages. Here, natural person is doing earning the income, not a business or business activity. Wages, employment, any salary and wages under an employment contract, cash or in kind, include allowances, bonuses, benefits, employment contracts, or applicable legislation. So this will be out of scope. Second is a personal investment. This is also out of scope. Any income from the investment activity not conducted through a trade license or required trade license from the licensing authority. Next point is the real estate income. In the UAE, not conduct through a license or require a trade license from the licensing authority. Hope guys this point is understanding. For small business revenue in the current and the previous tax period should not exceed, we already discussed in detail and understand. Natural person current year and calendar year should not exceed. So both are different. Natural person relief is a different, current SPR relief is a different. Okay, guys, we may stop over here or it will take around 30 minutes more. So please confirm we can continue, although we covered the major part. But either we can continue another 20 minutes, so we can stop quickly, guys, although we already exceeded. I was expecting to complete this, but due to more explanation, it's not able to complete. So on Sunday, try to prepare your mind up to 3 hours, and because 30 minutes it will be go over here. Then we have to start the next topic also. So I'm just finishing over here, and this topic will be continue. This topic will be continue, and it will take 20 to 30 minutes. We will finish in the next class. Any question or anything, if you guys have, let me know. If you guys have, let me know.